Right across all the latest information as it happens on our dedicated Transfer Centre blog. Just scan the QR code on the screen right now.
Welcome back to Sky Sports News, where we've got some really interesting transfer news to bring you.
Can any of you see...
Like you mentioned on there's been that apology and that wait for an apology that hasn't come. The only way Manchester United that way, but I think for the short term until the end of the season, it feels like a good decision. And I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not having it. You can't realistically say you can come back onto that and get back to the top.
Well, he's policy as of late. You bring in a player for big money, expect them to perform whilst not considering the system that they're being dropped into.
Oh, he went in. I was like, I'm not saying anything. And Craig was like,
no, but it's true. No, it's true. And it's you can lay the blame at the door of Erik ten Hag, but you can lay the blame at so many people, and that's the reason why Ineos have come in and they've got a new ruthless strategy. Melissa already talked about it in December about how Manchester United are going to be ruthless when it comes to contracts and when it comes to moving players on that don't fit culturally. And I think that Sancho is an example of that. And as a result of that, if Ten Hag does stay at United long term, I can't see Sancho coming back and being rebedded into the team.
You can though, Tom, even under Ten Hag?
I can see him coming back. I can see him play for Manchester United again at some point and actually still being a success. I really do.
I think the only way that could happen is like Harriet suggests, if there was a managerial change. The only way. Football does change extremely quickly. I believe, in my opinion, Ineos' plan is to continue with Erik ten Hag at least until the summer, get some calm, get some structural changes, and hopefully Erik ten Hag can be at the helm with those changes around him and see a different look to Manchester United, a different feel. And I think if that still is the case, if Erik ten Hag's still there, I think it'll be very, very unlikely. Unless there is a U-turn and Jadon said the two can, shake hands and move on. Football, funnier things have happened in football, but I think it's extremely unlikely.
Just on recruitment, last year the club wanted to come quickly out of the blocks, and the deal for Mateus was done very, very quickly. Where Champions League is boxed off now, you're going to be in it next season. Is that the intention this summer as well, to get players in through the door quickly?
Yeah, well, obviously for me sitting here, in terms of what I've said it before, in terms of what the summer looks like and moving forward, it's I think that's one decision at a time, but certainly in the background planning and what the squad needs to look like and evolve, and that's other conversations that are going on, and how quickly that happens, I haven't got an answer for you right now.
You've said before you've been having those discussions. Are they going on a weekly, daily basis?
Yeah, there's always discussions going on. Some informal, some smaller than others, but there's always discussions. There's a lot to talk about. Recruitment's the obvious one, and when it gets to this time of year, that's what everyone wants to know about, and understandably so. And yeah, there's a lot of work going on, and it's not just for kind of me leading that. There's a lot going on, making plans for what the summer and beyond looks like.
Manchester United continue to be linked with one of the most exciting midfielders in world football, Sandro Tonali. The Newcastle United star has earned a reputation as one of the game's most complete midfielders thanks to his incredible passing ability, tactical intelligence, defensive awareness, leadership qualities, and composure under pressure. As Manchester United look to strengthen their squad and rebuild their midfield for the future, Tonali's name continues to dominate transfer discussions. Could he be the player who finally brings balance, control, and creativity back to Old Trafford? How would he fit into Manchester United's system? And would Newcastle United be willing to sell one of their most important players? In this video, we break down the latest transfer speculation, analyze Tonali's strengths and weaknesses, examine his potential role in Manchester United's midfield, and discuss the financial and sporting challenges that could stand in the way of any deal. Remember, there is currently no official agreement between the clubs, but transfer stories can change quickly. Stay tuned for all the latest Manchester United transfer news, Premier League updates, and football analysis.